I started this. Okay. Anyways, hello, Dark Ones, and welcome to the realm of monsters. I'm your friendly neighborhood chaos demon Domino, and today we are. Okay, apparently we're taking that one. Apparently we have this really weird, unconventional way of starting. Today's message is from Satan. Because I've been feeling his energy coming through, and I ended up grabbing the Dark Mirror deck, which was sitting on top of the Shaman's Dream deck. I almost called it the Enlightened deck. And I don't know how they got mixed up, but this card ended up in the middle. And it is Eagle Eye, Rising Above the Fray. And then the one that slipped out of the Dark Mirror deck is Hiding Your True Self. Well, split the deck. There it is. There it is. The confirmation. And this kind of like the Hangman, like I always call it like the enlightened one. Not intentionally, so that's even like double confirmation there. This is gonna be an unconventional, this is just how this works for me when it comes to Satan, because things just, they're not as organized in like typical fashion. It's a little bit different. This is actually the first reading I've done on my page for Satan. I do readings, but like they're more I want to say for me. Okay, let's take a little look-see. Let's get one more if I'm feeling them. Okay, so with the Eagle Eye, Rising Above the Fray, I am getting it. Okay, now it's starting to come together. There we are. It's like that last little bit. So with the Eagle Eye, Rising Above the Fray, this is about kind of like remembering that while you are kind of a participator in the world, you are like, you're in the world, not of the world. And with hiding your true self, this is about like the complexity of your existence. Like you are everything and nothing all at the same time. You can be any and everything. Like there's a sun and a moon here. You know, you can be light and you can be dark and all of that stuff. And like everything and nothing. And this being paired with the eyes of the eagle rising above the fray is very interesting. Because it's like that disconnect from trying to do everything the rest of the world's way. And this kind of reminds me of something that I was reminding myself of earlier today. And actually for the last couple of days. Because there are, like, good and evil are perceptions. They are perceptions of an individual's reality. You're the only one that really gets to decide what your personal perception is of these things, these concepts, because that's what they are. They're concepts. They don't really exist. You create your own morals and your concepts surrounding these things. And so it's just one of those, like, things where I was just thinking, like, I don't want to keep trying to, like, be seen as good, because, like, that's an old concept that I had been working my way out of for years. Like, there's no need to be seen as, like, strictly, oh, this good person or whatever. And I came to realize that it was seen as safety. Where, like, if other people perceived you as good, then you were safe. But the thing is for me, I was never safe, even when I tried to present myself as good, because people always thought ill of me. Even beyond that, even when I was performing everything to a perfect degree. And so, like, this is kind of like embracing the complexity of who you truly are. Because, like, with hiding your true self, the part of the description is like, there's no right time to really be yourself. There's no right person to be around and no right version of yourself to be. And even that is a concept in itself, that whole right and wrong, good and evil. These are all concepts created by people. And the majority tends to get to monopolize, what is considered good, what is considered evil, what is considered right, and what is considered wrong, even if, in all technicality, what they're deeming to be wrong is taking away free will. So it's one of those things, you have to create your own moral concepts. And so we have the Princess of Cups here. Then the Four of Wands. The Ten of Swords. The Princess of Swords in reverse. And then the Three of Cups. What I'm kind of getting here is, like, with hiding your true self and rising above the fray, it's almost like there's this decision to just go with what feels right for you. Like, to kind of start to get a feel for who you are. Because true freedom is the ability to be exactly who you are. And then kind of like stabilize in that feeling. And with the Ten of Swords, like, that's not necessarily without persecution, but with the ending of, fearing persecution comes, like, the end of taking on other people's mess, other people's perceptions. It's like, this feels like an interception of some sort. Like, message not received. Like, there's some kind of, like, intervention here. But it is one of the mind. Where it's just like, you stop taking on the messages given to you by the rest of the world and to start deciding for yourself. And it feels like really taking back that power and that control over your own, like, perception of life, shifting your perspective, especially with, like, the eagle eyes is always about, like, shifting perspective, having a higher perspective, like, kind of like rising up to kind of look at everything as a whole from a detached state. Because when you're looking at everything from your soul state, sometimes things don't make sense. Sometimes things are a lot more complicated than, what people put them out to be. And you kind of see the way that people kind of get in the way of other people just merely having an experience. Because life is just an experience. It doesn't necessarily have to be good or bad or whatever. And a lot of the things that you would think, well, some of the things that you would think would have, like, these harsh judgments or whatever, don't. A lot of the concepts, they're merely human. They're human concepts. And what I'm seeing is, like, once you kind of get solidified in acting out the version of yourself that you are at any given moment and the way that you truly are, then you're able to actually find people around you that kind of echo that similar understanding and that are capable of holding space for you to be who you truly are. Anyways, I hope that helped. The darkness in me recognizes and honors the darkness in you. Love you. Bye.